AVC, it's Trevor back with another Flat Round and Spun, here to do another episode for the Lost Classics of the 1990s, started by our good friend Josh at the flip side with JC. Also riding high on this series, Aaron Mutha Alamare, who's, I believe, in like the mid-30s of doing the 90s series. He already did this band a few days ago, and I mentioned to him that I was going to do that band too, but their previous album of what he showed, and what he showed was really a lost classic, because I mean, I don't even remember really listening to it at the time, but the one that I'm gonna show I did listen to a lot. The band is Spun-V.C, and the album is Screwed, Blued, and Tattooed from 1990. As he put it, they're just a great rock and roll band. They get lumped in with the glam bands or hair metal, whatever you want to call it, which I feel is quite unfair to them, because they're not really glammy looking. They're just regular dudes with long hair. They're just straight up rock and roll. Great band out of the Netherlands, which you don't really think rock and roll first thing when you hear the Netherlands, but anyhow, great record, top to bottom. MTV actually played the video quite often of Stranger Than Paradise. There was a follow-up single for Heroes Die Young, but the whole album is really good. I actually saw these guys a couple months before this album came out. They were out on tour with Skid Row, when Skid Row was actually out on tour with Aerosmith, but Aerosmith was taking a week or two break, so Skid Row were doing some club dates that kind of fill in the calendar, and they brought these guys along, and I was surprised to find out many years later that show that I saw them on was their very first U.S. show that they ever did. So that was kind of cool to, have that, experience that. So when the album finally came out, me and a few friends, we bought this right away and just loved it. I've played this hundreds of times, I feel. I did get to see them 2 more times after this album came out. Obviously, I see them at least one other time if I got this autographed. And just headlining, they ruled the stage. They were great every time. So I will leave the links to Stranger Than Paradise and Heroes Die Young in the description if you're unfamiliar with these guys, and check them out. So there you go. Spun-V.C, Screwed, Blued, and Tattooed. I really wish they'd reissue this on vinyl, because trying to find a vinyl copy of this thing is not easy, or they're very pricey if you do find it. So anyway, we will talk to you all later. See ya!